Good evening, I'm Eric Zawadzki. I'm the developer for the Deviant Renegades line. This is my usual tabletop group playing in quarantine. You just introduce yourselves real quick.
Jake playing Steve.
Noel playing Benji.
Rachel playing Tamsin.
Mark and Solomon.
All right. So let's start out with quotes, Rachel.
Yes, that would be a good thing to start out with. Hold on.
Oh,
Who's not prepared?
I was trying to shove the remains of my salad in my mouth.
ah,
All right. I'll send it from anonymous tipster at geocities.com. Sending it from GeoCities would be even more suspicious. I'll make it a habit to start watching the news. That's a good thing to do when you work for an evil conspiracy. Congratulations, you are the weirdest person at the gym. That was probably true before the raccoon. That should probably be on the drinking game. What, trying to use subtlety with Steve? I'm on board with any plan that involves Cosmo. Guinea pigs bouncing here and there and everywhere. When when I was creating Arcane Science, that's what I was thinking about, gummy berry juice. Now that we've ruined any chance of getting a Disney sponsorship, what would be better is if you could only use telepathy if you made bad puns. So the answer is to shoot down the satellite. Rachel and Noel in unison. This sounds like a Noel plan.
does.
I'm going to spend willpower to give him a gift card. How corporate of you. Heck. That is the end.
All right.
I'm still trying to remember what we're doing. I remember my aspiration, but that's about all I remember about what we're doing right
I'm
now.
making friends with Dunk.
Yes, I'm aware of the making friends with Dunk.
Yes. Or maybe I'm just laying the plans to horribly betray you all.
Right.
So I know the last thing that I can remember is that we infiltrated Dunk's old place and let a bunch of people out who are now trying to kill us.
Wasn't that
That was 2 sessions
That
ago.
was
Two
two
sessions ago, yeah. So did we have something in the works for last session?
Several things happened last session. So Saul gave Charlie an anonymous tip about the mass grave, and Charlie was sort of finding that people didn't really want to talk about
you
the
said
mass grave.
about oh
No. Can
About
you hear
what?
us?
Yeah, we can
Wait.
hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay. You all froze for a few seconds, and now it
Okay.
says our connection is unstable. But for a moment, I thought Eric said a tip about the masquerade, and I was not remembering it the same way.
I definitely had that experience as well. I was like, masquerade. Oh, mass grave. No, that's 2 different things.
Blah.
Yes.
Yeah, let's tell the police that there are vampires everywhere.
Like, yes, another one. We know. Saul mentioned paying closer attention to the news. Jared mentioned wall security. So now that's another thing you gotta worry about.
Security. I know we found out that
Mm-mm.
Francois
Oh,
backed
that's right.
himself.
Yep, backs himself up every 24 hours. Not to totally rip off of Altered Carbon, but ripping off into Altered Carbon.
I thought you could have a cookie.
The deal is you can have a cookie.
Have you eaten all your chicken?
Uh,
Have you eaten
someone with boneless smashed Serafina's windows,
Not in a different house.
so that wasn't okay.
'Cause that's-
Sorry, we're undergoing dessert negotiations.
I understand.
All right, we're good.
Our dessert negotiations at this point have turned into confetti. It's just like, I have this too. I'm tired of fighting it. I'm so tired. We have more cookies than Keebler right now, and it's kind of alarming. And that's not like even the only desserts we have in the house right now. Beth just made 6 nut rolls, like the Hungarian nut roll that my grandmother made. She figured out how to do it a few years back, and usually she keeps 2 for us, gives 2 to my family, and 2 to her family. This year, it's all mine.
Oh my God.
You're
Yeah.
I would
There's a lot
die
of nut
of
roll.
diabetes.
You would.
I mean, it was already a problem that you guys would that you would make them and then you guys would leave for a week
Yeah,
and leave me with them
yeah.
you know.
with all the cookies.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, maybe just a couple, but don't want to go crazy.
Did we have a particular set goal?
I know you guys. Well, okay, sorry.
There's some
Go ahead.
ongoing stuff going on. Let's see.
The cat?
Someone who lives in Serendipitous Gardens recognized Steve as the ex-husband of one of the wives he wronged, and Cosmo stole his memories of garbage.
Okay.
Which is why Jake spent all the experience on Animal Ken, so that maybe he can convince Cosmo to steal memories other than about taking out the trash.
Yeah.
Or dumpster diving or whatever else he can get his hands on that is trash related or adjacent. You found out that Dunk is taking point on rounding up the escaped deviants. Abby is being reassigned to assist him in this regard.
Yes.
On Monday. Right now it is Friday evening. So you've got a few days before she gets to go be traumatized on a regular basis.
And I'm taking over the front desk.
You are taking over the front desk in her absence, yes. Tamsin learned that they've re-recruited 2 of the escaped deviants as devoted, and that they're aware of at least a couple they'll need to put down because they have not yet exhibited the capacity to pair to bond, develop touchstones in game terms.
Wait, so they're like antisocial? Like
They're like feral.
They're ferals, yeah.
Good. That'll distract the conspiracy so we can destroy them from within.
Some goals that are in the works. Saul and Benji are working to build a weapon to shoot an angel, to add more outlets. These are projects that are some measure along, somewhere between a third and halfway, depending on which of them. Working on a Jared detector, which is pretty close to finish now. Trying to hijack the building surveillance because the surveillance equipment is all archaic and can't detect Gene. And apparently some other things too. And pretending to create a building-wide regulation system for the power so that you have more control over which people diverge or how many of them diverge. Tamsin is in the process of recruiting residents. She's got a very ambitious goal set for her. The Christmas bonus will, in no small part, depend on the results of this goal being met. You also want to...
Isn't it July?
It is August, actually, now. Late August, mid-late August.
In a whole like month in game.
It's been about a month and a half, approaching 2 months. So, but most of that was in the last like 2 sessions, because, yeah, it's going to be a little while before your Olympic theme.
Well, we started at the beginning of July.
Yep.
we did.
This was July 4th was like session 2 or 3 or something like that.
Right.
Very
It's been a
long.
month.
Yeah, the great Poosplosion.
Yes, but it's now August 21st.
Oh, it's late August.
It's late August. Yep. Is that about a month and a half.
Well,
Also planning on messing with Dunk to try to get info about the Deviant recapture process. Let's convince Jared to distrust him. Sol is researching Francois to see if he can mess
Murder
around
him.
with the basically. And then Charlie is doing his research. So yeah.
Maybe we should
Steve.
have them try out or like test a new spacesuit because he's very sturdy.
Are you talking about not Kevin?
No, Dunk.
Dunk?
I think he's planning to lose Dunk in a hole.
Ah. You guys are monsters. But
He's
this
a very
is Deviant.
sturdy fellow. Can you test out this spacesuit for us?
Why would I need a spacesuit?
And then we will show him why he needs a spacesuit.
Right.
And also, the spacesuit doesn't work right.
That doesn't sound like a recipe for solving your problems in a game like this. It sounds like a recipe for creating more problems.
Oh, no, I'm perfectly aware that my plan to throw Dunk through a hole in reality might end up backfiring in some capacity, but that's mostly out of character.
It's true.
He's a touchstone on the conviction side, which means we throw him in the wormhole.
Yep. But I need my gun first.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dunk, you suck getting the wormhole.
Yep.
Other things, Steve, let's see. I guess you already knew that. Okay, that's already. You're right at the handcuffs. Don't call you eliminate the bodies. All right, aspirations that are currently in effect. Benji's was to program the apartment defenses. Sol was to find a way of interrupting Francois' backup. Steve was to get Cosmo registered as a service animal. And Tamsin was to try to make friends with Dunk.
What?
Friends.
Oh, okay.
Not making friends. I'm making friends.
So, as I recall, Rachel, you picked up a new merit. Here.
3 dots of linchpin.
Yep, I'm just trying to
Whee!
double check a thing on it.
The
That's right,
defenses
I need
that
to
I'm
remember
that I'm trying to program, I'm trying to remember why that was different, because it shifted slightly, and I'm trying to remember why it shifted.
because we got a request.
Yeah. So initially, I was trying to build just a Jared detector, and now
Mhm.
it is slightly shifted to make it so that nobody can pass in between, can get in or out of the building, through the walls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Jared's a good case study.
Except for Benji.
Well, that's the thing, is I'm pretty sure that I'm going to, well, we'll see.
It's less critical in your own territory.
Yes, figure out.
You have the keys.
Yeah, we're in control of the building's actual of getting in and out of the building. We have access to everything now, so it's not quite as important that we be able to run through the walls.
All of the trash cans.
All of them.
Yeah, well, but when everything's on fire again, you may want to.
All right, so Tamsin, in relation to your linchpin-ness, you get the devoted authority condition, which you can use in a couple different ways. You can use it to let's see.
Aha, there is a place for conditions.
Yeah. And this is in the devoted companion draft that I sent you on the chapter 3, page 6. But when you're working with other conspiracy members to achieve an exceptional success on 3 successes instead of 5, when like dealing with them socially, you can use up or you can resolve the condition to get yourself a beat and to choose a conspiracy action that either involves the node or one that is safely within the conspiracy's limits but can involve any node. And block another conspiracy action involving your node if it involves any node other than a hierarchical one. Basically, unless Jared is giving the order, you can say no to any order that comes to Serendipitous Gardens.
Woohoo!
Yeah, and you can also use it to get 2 extra dots of a social merit during the scene.
Like rolling?
It's a social merit. So, like, for example, you could use it to. There's a staff merit that basically gives you access to some like folks who have like an area of expertise, and they get 1 automatic success on a roll involving a single skill. That requires only 1 dot of staff, so you could do that twice in a chapter and basically get 2 free successes on any of the various projects you're using, as long as the conspiracy wouldn't like object to what you're doing with it. Which, as you know, some of your more official projects are, exactly what they're looking for, and some of them are a little bit less, a little bit more on the down low.
You could use it to like get successes on like recruiting people for the apartment complex, for example.
Yeah.
Correct.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, yeah. And if your authority or influence causes others within the conspiracy to make one of their significant problems your significant problem, you get a beat. Anyway.
I'll have to see if I can find that thingy from you.
Yeah, if you have any difficulty, let me know. I can resend it.
Okay.
You may even actually have a slightly older draft. I don't think so.
Oh, then you might as well just resend it if
Okay, I'll just resend it.
I thought you had cookies, not a salad.
No, I have the remainder of the salad, not the cookies.
Is Eric turning green for everybody else?
Wow.
It's been known to happen.
Okay. We've had weird problems here tonight.
Yeah, no, I understand.
It's
I definitely, he's green to me too.
his heart needs to grow 3 sizes. I think that's the problem.
I don't know. I think he might be stuck in a 50s sci-fi movie where he's being irradiated or something like that.
Oh, he's better.
Have you gained powers?
In that way. All right. Away we go.
I hope we're loyalty touchstones.
Yes, make us your touchstones, please.
With enough murderous urge, it doesn't matter. All right. It's off to you. Ooh. All right. So how shall we, or with whom shall we begin? It is currently August 21st in the evening, a Friday evening.
We already did our roles for the week or whatever, right, Ben?
For this week, yes. Not yet for next week. We've got a weekend deal coming up though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, Steve needs to get his service animal paperwork done before the weekend.
Well, I think you're a little late for the paperwork for the weekend, but you can probably get it early next week.
I can probably work on it at least on the weekend,
Okay.
right? I'm sure there's some place I can print it off from.
Probably. Okay. I don't know that there's a formal guidance for that. My understanding, in fact, from someone I know who does have a service animal, is that there's a lot of sham sites out there that they make you official, make your service animal official, even though there's like absolutely nothing official about it. It's just someone put on paper that your service animal is a service animal. So I'm sure you could probably find something, but yeah, there's not like an official designation.
I don't see Steve caring that much about whether his official service animal documentation is scam or not.
That's true. He's probably exactly the type of person that would go to the website and be like, "Oh, this is how I do it."
You're not going to remember what you do anyway.
Yeah.
It's possible he'll forget. All right.
Well, do we have any clandestine activities that that we want to do this weekend?
Well, if there's some way we can disrupt Francois's backup, or at least know how to apply when the time comes, that'd be good. I don't know if it's that pressing of a need.
I mean, I'm in favor of this particular plan. I just I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah, all I got this week was that such a backup exists.
Mm.
So it might be more digging at the office, since there's a little different information sources available
Yeah,
at the time.
sure.
But yeah, something to keep in mind.
Okay.
What was the news from police activity in regards to the mass grave site?
There was no news on the mass grave at all. It was very carefully swept under the rug, as your friend indicated that was appearing to happen.
I will get the inside info of what's the police doing about the mass grave site.
From Charlie?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I see that it's nothing like on the news or newspapers or anything like that.
It's being very quietly cleaned up.
Are there any trails that go by the mass grave site?
No, it's not really that kind of an area. It's very much like the woods that you have behind your fancy house to separate you from your neighbors a little bit better.
Well,
I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of foot trail, but it's not a park. It's private property.
okay. So we couldn't just go casually jogging by without attracting suspicion.
Well,
Yeah, it would be a little weird to go. I mean, we'd be like going out in the suburbs, and well, again, it's not a park. It's
Wandering through someone's yard.
it would be like if someone randomly decided to go jogging in your backyard in the little woods that back there.
Would have questions, I guess.
Yeah, you'd have questions.
was the quietly swept under the rug meaning the police are there and doing something, or they are totally ignoring it?
Well, they can't just leave a mass grave there. I mean, it's gonna stink. So yeah, they're cleaning up the remains.
The reason is, if there's actual activity there, then I guess I might shoot you guys a text. Is it worthwhile to try and get the media notified that there's this thing being kept hush hush?
You're telling us is that sometimes some crimes do go slipping through the cracks?
We
We made a joke about that last week, actually, as I recall. Because the comment was, no, that was the
Reusing it.
playtest game. Playtest, we were the rescue rangers, sort of.
The back of my head is trying to come up with a reason why someone like me would it's like I see this part about the mass grave thing, and I know there's media that has been playing me up as being a serial killer for a while, and I feel like there's a way that the two go together, but I'm not sure how yet.
You don't need to try and put those things together.
Are you trying to take responsibility for the murder of 200
No.
people or whatever?
No, I'm
Responsibility for the murder of.
no, but if it seems like the same people that
I
would be
know.
interested in this thing.
You could like put a shovel over your head, go whistling into the forest, and like the paparazzi will totally follow you there to see what you're up to.
Or just go chasing a raccoon. That's totally innocuous. Raccoons live in there.
Yes, yes.
Notified the investigative reporters, then you go out with the shovel so that they can be there and videotape it.
I mean, you should wear a hockey mask.
I
Good
actually
plan.
don't think that that Steve's idea is terrible. Like, there's all of these like, you know, shitty like tabloid people that are like all over like his, you know, his like the rumors around like his background or whatever. Like that might be a place to like dump this anonymously that people won't ask too many questions about where it came from.
But yeah, but then are they again just gonna be like, well, it's obviously where this Steve guy hid all his bodies.
But, okay, but they're not like only talking about Steve. Like,
Yeah, they're interested in other scandals too.
Right. But if they're all conspiracy theorists, someone there is going to try and put those two together, and then it will happen.
that actually isn't necessarily wrong, especially with the people that out there that we saved that were actually there. You know, we might actually want to create a story before somebody else does.
That might be
Now that I think about it, that's actually a
I
really
think-
good reason to create a story around this,
Yeah.
so that it doesn't
See-
get blamed on us.
So it sounds like we need our own tabloid newspaper is what needs to happen now.
Well, you don't need a newspaper. You can just go online and do that stuff.
Well,
Now
yeah,
we're in a
but-
very comfortable place with Benji. Benji is kind of a conspiracy theorist himself. He knows he knows the kind of website that you that you need for this sort of thing.
The truth is time.
Right.
You just have an account on one of these things so you can post the stuff.
Yeah, you can just start blogging. You can do it anonymously, even just start making shit up and I mean do investigative reporting and
all of them
yeah.
are children.
Steve, is this something that you're interested in doing?
Killed
'Cause
by
I can hook you up. I don't got time for this, but if you got time while you're like sitting at the front desk or whatever.
I have a feeling that using company resources to basically frame the company for mass murder might.
That's exactly what we're all doing. Everybody's doing.
That is
That's our
plan
party's
A.
stick.
But honestly, what are they going to do? They're going to fire me from the front desk? I'm not that worried.
You know, frankly, like why don't you let's not blame Gagab directly for this. Let's blame somebody else.
Dunk.
And I'm not saying that because I want like to blame somebody else as like the main thing, but like what if we blame somebody else so that somebody else will actually look into it so that they can defend themselves?
Maybe
Let's blame somebody with like real reporting behind them.
Have competitors.
if we want the government to look into this, maybe we blame the government.
Sure. Or I don't know, like
Or the police.
Or the
You
police.
say,
Well,
yeah.
the police, look at them. They're doing stuff, keeping it hush.
The police are burying bodies that were put through wood chippers in this place. and now that we caught them, they're moving the bodies. Right?
They're what?
Exactly. I don't know.
Or
Pick something else. You just got to come with a narrative that's going to make people angry.
we are also deviants. So if we were gonna stick our finger in someone's eye, that would be my first inkling. Be to go straight for Ganaga Gap.
Sure.
right.
Unless anyone has any
Or
conviction
there's
touchstones left.
rival conspiracy, a competitor that we could learn about.
Or maybe I'm not the only serial killer comedian out there.
There's this guy named Gene, I think.
There's this guy
Yeah.
named Gene
Oh God!
who does
Oh,
comedy
it's perfect.
as oh hell, what was his name?
Oh, we've got a winner.
I came up with a name, but you changed it, and I don't remember what it is now.
I can't remember it offhand either.
Okay.
Um,
Well, whatever his name is, he is totally a serial killer.
And he's trying to frame that Steve guy from a few years ago.
Yeah, there we go.
Nope. This is the plan now.
This is definitely the plan.
You've hit the conviction touchstone button.
Do I need pictures? That's the only question left.
Oh, I can give you. I can give you pictures.
Okay.
He came to your
As long as I have pictures.
probably have video footage of him.
Of Gene? No, I doubt I have video footage of Gene. There's no cameras in my apartment. What?
He was caught on the existing cameras.
Remember, he came to your condo or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't have anything inside the condo
No,
to show what it looks like.
Through the building to get there.
He didn't just suddenly appear in your condo.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, I'm sure he walked by a number of cameras to get there.
Yeah, and we now are the ones that are in charge of the cameras. This is perfect. Let's do it. and if anybody from Gagaganabe asks, we're deflecting blame from their business, because it's, we're not blaming them. We're blaming this this comedian. It doesn't even look like Gene, right? The comedian guy.
No.
Yeah. Perfect.
all right. Well, let's get
We
ourselves
have
a
the plan.
weird plan, but a manipulation plus expression.
For who?
Why?
Or whomever is writing this blog article with all of its convincingness.
I think that's Steve.
Yeah, manipulation plus expression.
Yeah.
Do I have expression? Dang, expression is the one I don't have.
Oh, shit.
How about persuasion instead?
I'd be okay with persuasion.
Or you could convince all the wolves that this is the case in his animal.
Why does this article just say "ow"?
This just in: some comedian mauled by wolves after a show.
Posted it onto Wolf Twitter last night. Okay, well, I got one.
Okay.
So I can make a thing. My comedy specialty wouldn't apply here because he's a comedian, would it?
No. You're not trying to
What if
make
you were
this.
to make the article funny? But the kind of disarming funny that makes you more likely to believe it.
Going for like
I
a
tried.
It's like every once in a while you'll run into those articles where like it's almost very tongue in cheek, but it's a serious article, a serious like feature, but it's like has a lot of jokes in there and puns and pop culture references to try to be all hip about their news.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, a normal story that you would read about a mass grave.
Right. Yeah. Very fun.
Lighthearted.
Yeah. Well,
Lighthearted article
I
about
remember
a mass
seeing
grave.
one involving someone who was suspected of cheating at small stakes, like low stakes poker tournaments, and like it kind of had that sort of playful quality where it was like totally not like accusing this guy of being a fraud, but certainly talking about the fact that people were suspecting him of being a fraud.
Well, if it's not a good article, it's probably because I'm trying to make it too lighthearted.
Okay.
The light-hearted charms and yucks of mass graves.
Yep. But
All right. Let's see.
Well, now something comes up when I Google it.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's a step up.
That's a start. Okay. Other things people are doing this weekend.
So I have an idea. I think it's a terrible idea, and that's one of the reasons why I want to do it. So I've been trying to program the building to like stop everything from being able to like walk through the walls and whatnot, so that Jared can't like wander around. But I want so you know, the rest of the group kind of pointed out this. Now I can't do it. I want to, because I don't know how to program, like I'm not like, you know, effective enough at this kind of like, you know, building
Arcane
magic,
physics.
you know, to do this. I want to try and make a deal with Lefty or Righty to tell me how to key it so that I can still use it, but nobody else can. In trade for doing something for one of them. But the way that I want to do it is I want to pit because one of my big problems with like dealing with those two is that I can't like talk with one of them without the other one being able to hear me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and pit them against each other to see who will give me the best deal.
So
if one of them is willing to help me with it. Basically, here's the deal. I will break and or fix one thing of their, you know, of their demand, if they will show me how to do the key thing and like give me a bonus to like finish this project tomorrow or during the week. Make this happen for me, and I will make something happen for you. And I know we talked about this during character creation, that Specifically, Lefty is open to this sort of agreement, but I think Righty might be interested in this sort of thing too. Frankly, it might be more up his alley.
Hmm. Give me, wow, where do we begin with this? Just manipulation plus persuasion.
I'm bad at this. I'm adding willpower.
Okay.
Grab the thing from the printer since you're up, please. Could you grab the thing from the printer? Figure if
I fail,
Okay.
and I want to turn it into a dramatic failure.
Oh, God.
Usually a good idea.
I feel like Lefty and Righty have left me alone for too long, and
No, I can't. It's hard to use every star in every scene. Okay. Hmm. So Lefty gives you an earful about how you must be a complete lunatic because there's just like not astral. Arcane physics doesn't work that way, and even if it did, the amount of energy that it would require, the amount of time and knowledge that it would require would be like way beyond any single task that you could perform. Let's see.
wait, was that Righty or Lefty?
That was Lefty.
That was Lefty. Oh, good.
Yeah. Righty, on the other hand, kind of has a gleam in his eye and says, yeah, that should be easy if you can bring God a suitable example of that capability.
What do you mean?
Well, it isn't something where you just do that. You actually have to have some sort of template to work with. So what you would need is, I don't know, someone who can walk through walls or teleport or whatever things you're trying to block, and bring them to the other side of the portal.
Shit.
So that they can be studied.
Well, I do know that we're trying to track down a bunch of these new deviants or whatever. So I might be able to do that. But I guess we haven't really gotten a handle on those yet. But I don't think I can put them through the portal safely though. I don't have any extra bonus spacesuits or anything.
Oh, ouch.
Well, aside from that, Lefty is relatively right on that regard. I mean, it's not really possible without access to God. Lefty doesn't have access to God. I do.
Well, I guess I'll keep it in mind in case I run into one of those somebody that can do that you know that we don't like, of course. All right. Well, I Benji kind of shrugs, and which is of course something that causes shoulder demons and angels to fall off shoulders. All right. Well, if I run across one, I guess I'll try it. But in that case, I'm gonna have to make do until I can find one. Kind of sounds like they might be coming for us, though. So
now, might want to do it pretty quickly because eventually that tunnel's going to get longer. Did we know that? Yes and no. You had identified a 1/10 of 1 mile increase in the length of the tunnel between the time you went down it and then you came back, which Sol quickly discounted as it probably was just like 100.5 miles, and so it was really a noticeable difference. It just was the way the odometer was working.
Within the margin of error?
Within the margin of error, exactly.
All right. Well, I'm going to drop it for now then, but I'm definitely going to keep it in mind once we run into Deviants again.
Okay. I'll have to decide exactly what catastrophe that will unleash.
Yay, catastrophes.
If you want to create catastrophes, you got to give me an easier lift.
Well, I know how it goes.
I totally would have walked right into that if it was.
Oh yeah,
I know. Easier.
I know, but yeah. Sometimes it's good for me to have an extra little bit of time to decide what that catastrophe is going to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I've got for the moment.
All right. Fascinating. All right. So, anyone else, anything interesting on Friday evening?
When do we lose Abby?
Monday.
Well then, I guess we should just go out for dinner and have fun.
Okay.
Not something that necessarily needs to be played through, just.
Yep, I know it goes. Just to try to recoup your medium, et cetera, if that's even something you have right now, instability.
I'm touching my touchstone.
I'm touching my touchstone. I'm rubbing it. I'm rubbing it. Wait, no. I guess I didn't say rubbing it out, but.
Where do you think we went?
Oh no.
The taco place is actually a strip club.
Taco was used euphemistically.
Oh.
Demerits for you.
You lose GM experience.
I probably do. All right. So, night, day.
Give me a candle.
So, Tamsin, you wake up to a cup of coffee on your nightstand, and Jared's sitting in a chair nearby with a cup of coffee himself. Do you have any idea why?
To clarify, when I wake up to this,
not Gene, I'm Jared.
Is it in the morning?
It is morning. He didn't wake up.
Oh, Jared. Okay.
Jared. Did I say Gene? We said Gene a lot in the last 20 minutes. So
only slightly.
Yeah.
Is it a reasonable time in the morning?
It's not ridiculously early. I mean, for a weekend, you could probably sleep in later than this, but
Yeah. I
if
mean,
you
I
weren't
should probably
training.
get some training time in today.
Yeah.
So
Curious about the motorcycle that is in Benji's office, the one that wouldn't fit through the door.
what?
There's a motorcycle in
Okay.
his office. Do you have any idea what purpose it serves? I find it curious that one would have a motorcycle in a room with no roads.
Just remind. This is the motorcycle that we took through. Okay. Just.
Someone figured out how to get into Gene's office.
Yeah.
Hey, Rachel, just so you know, every time you go into Benji's apartment, and the reason that we don't hang out in Benji's apartment is because he always has motorcycle parts and a half working motorcycle like all over the place. So
Benji's a weird dude, and he's a huge motorhead. I mean, you're gonna probably have to ask him.
Those are some very strange modifications, though, even as these things go.
I'll trust you on that. I mean, there's a reason I don't change my own oil.
Did you sleep well?
I guess
Sleep is important.
sleep a little longer on Saturdays, but I mean, I should probably get in a good workout before trying to catch up on stuff.
Keep up the tone.
oh God.
I'm gonna just mentally stick that in my notate this to report to HR notebook. I'm more worried about performance than aesthetics, but
So is he.
yeah, thanks.
Kind of like a motorcycle. Performance is great, but nice when it looks nice too.
Yeah. I was gonna go meet Steve for breakfast at his apartment for pancakes. So I should probably not
Is it a
keep him
pancake
waiting.
day?
It
This
is
is excellent
now.
Oh, I didn't realize that you had
so
plans. Just pretend I'm not here. And he disappears. After finishing his last little coffee.
You know, this is the thing that's just blaring through my head during this whole thing is the sexual harassment. Oh no.
I'm not familiar with this.
Oh God, it's an old South Park bit. Sexual
Oh,
harassment
okay.
panda. Why is it a sexual harassment panda? I don't know, but yeah, there's a little
Because
little
it's
theme
South
song.
Park. There doesn't need to be a reason.
Oh no. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. This was definitely one of those character arcs that I definitely had to get Rachel's approval for before I even played around with. So I'm not gonna get like horrible and awful and dirty, but yes, you're going to have a creepy stalker as a boss, and it's gonna be awful.
We'll see about the last part.
It's going to be glorious.
If you don't hate your conviction touchstones, how can you expect your characters to?
It is going to be great spacing him. That'll be really nice.
By condition, not spacing, but
Throwing him down the wormhole.
It's kind of the same thing.
comeuppance.
We have an airlock of sorts.
I could take
Real-
a job and devote.
Reality's airlock.
Reality's airlock.
All right, so you go up to Steve's condo.
I'm just throwing on. Hold on, I'm debating if I change out of my pajamas. You know what? I'm going up to Steve's apartment in my pajamas. And I just grabbed my workout bag. Bam, bam, bam.
Hey,
Hey, did you forget it's pancake day?
oh, that does sound like me. Yeah, come on in.
Wow. It's like those stories about women who pretend to know each other to try to help get women who are being hit on out of bad situations. And it's the same sort of things that their amnesiac friend is just your obvious excuse to get out of any social interaction.
You know, Steve, you may be a serial killer, but you don't ask questions when I show up on your doorstep in my pajamas demanding pancakes, and I value that in an upstairs neighbor.
We already took care of that. I'm definitely not a serial killer. Remember?
There's this whole blog about it now.
Plus,
There's what?
pancakes is his like secret activation phrase.
I think we would know that by now.
Yeah,
If that was the secret
Actually,
activation
right,
phrase.
because he saw
What?
it happen.
Not activation for the serial killer, but activation for
That's what I was thinking of. Activation for what?
whatever we want you to do. If it involves pancakes or a raccoon,
Oh,
you're in.
yeah, usually.
Yay.
Simple
Yeah.
tastes.
Little pancakes.
Indeed.
So I make pancakes before
All
my
right.
before my front desk gig starts.
Yep.
I eat the pancakes, ask to use your bathroom quick.
Oh yeah, you did this once before, didn't you?
So somehow that Saul and Benji don't show up for Pancake Day because Pancake Day wasn't shared with everybody.
Well, fine, I can share Pancake Day. It's not solo Pancake Day, it's just emergency Pancake Day.
Yes.
Well, why is it emergency pancake day?
I'll call into Cosmo to finish up in the shower.
Okay.
Is he actually in the shower?
Probably. Yeah, he is. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
He's
Bath
definitely taking
maybe
a shower.
more than a shower, but
There's a lot of chittering going on in there.
Need to
I got him a very weird brand of organic shampoo.
Does it smell like trash?
I don't know.
it's organic.
Yes,
Probably.
why not?
Does it intentionally smell like trash? Maybe not. I don't know.
Ode a garbage can.
Hey, no, but seriously, why is it emergency pancake day?
I'll give you one guess.
Oh, you
Question,
woke up with
have you
Jared in your
taken-
apartment again.
Have you taken a shower yet, or are you waiting for after pancakes are done?
I was going to shower after my workout.
Okay, and then, so before everyone's done with pancakes. Oh, what? Okay,
Pancakes. I'll come down
Bathroom.
and have some pancakes.
Okay,
I'm not
never mind
planning on showering in character till probably late morning or early afternoon, depending on the time frame.
Okay. Okay.
I don't smell that bad. I
Mm,
don't think.
I may not be in my apartment at that point, but
Well, I need to work with my cat to see.
so I guess I can just have Cosmo watch the front desk.
Yeah, I mean, we can make friends with Cosmo, or I can see if how Bjorn's abilities affect.
Can't he
Thanks.
like pheromones him up and be like, "Stop being a creep, go away"?
Hey, Steve, weren't
Worked on Cosmos.
weren't you starting at the front desk on Monday? It's Saturday.
Correct.
Oh, I thought we blitzed through the weekend.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying.
We never blitzed through the weekend.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then I guess I will be around.
Okay.
What did he do then? Did you just act creepy and you ran off?
Yeah, he also asked about the motorcycle that's in your office.
How does he know about the motorcycle in my office?
I'm gonna guess he managed to make it into your office somehow.
Really?
Uh-oh.
No, that's bad.
Well, I mean, we can go in there.
Yeah, but oh man. But now it's not a safe place to talk anymore. Well, okay, until I finish my project.
Well, in theory, if he can go anywhere, nowhere is a safe place to talk. It was only safe when we were worried about the like electronic surveillance and stuff.
I mean,
He
we
could
do
be-
still have the one
there,
safe means
oh.
of communication, right?
We do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, Steve, can you pull Cosmo out for a second?
What?
Is Cosmo done with his shower?
F, whatever.
Whatever. His group.
Yeah. I'll go get him.
Great.
What do you need him for?
I have some questions for him.
Okay. So he's here.
So, Cosmo, you can read people's minds, right?
Are you doing it, Eric, or am I doing it?
Up to you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. If I brought you something really smelly, would you do me a favor?
Maybe. Depends on how good it was.
Well, what's your qualification for something really good?
Let's see. I'll put pictures into your mind of my favorite kind of trash.
All right. Noted.
It's night. It's it's the heat of summer, and there's a dumpster right out back. I'm sure you can find something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I keep those dumpsters really fucking locked right now.
Yeah, but guess who has the keys?
I have keys, and I was going to shower after my workout anyway, so I might as well get.
So you may as well go in a dumpster.
After. Can you tell what minds are thinking in the apartment below, in my apartment?
That's a good question.
It's a case
you
where it
see them.
has to be. Yeah, you have to see them.
He has to see them.
Yeah.
It'd be
Okay,
with
so
a relatively
somebody-
short range, and you have to see them.
Yep.
Okay, so somebody invisible in that room would not be sensible.
Nope.
Well, poop. Even if he was broadcasting a stay away, stay away, stay away. Does Cosmo have a general broadcast mode? Or is it only person-to-person sharing?
No, you can broadcast your thoughts into a target, or you can read surface thoughts of a target. But you can't, or at least Cosmo can't. Maybe at higher levels you could, but Cosmo at least can't do all minds in the room are affected by blanket stuff.
Okay. Darn
And
it.
to network, he's got to be able to like see everybody like and be able to target them individually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to build the network connection.
Yeah.
Hoping that he had like when you try and connect to Wi-Fi, you can see all of the various connection options.
Well, listen, if it helps, Tamsin, I'm like really close to done with my project. It's just I keep coming up just a little short.
All right. Well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help this weekend.
Well, I don't know. I guess we could try and do a final push on it this weekend and do something similar to what we did last week.
Hey, yeah, training montage.
Steve's
Let's do
toilet
it.
flushes.
Great. I'll come help you after my workout and shower and I guess dumpster dive.
Steve's toilet flushes.
Is Cosmo out here?
Cosmo's out here.
Well, I'm glad my conversation with Cosmo was probably like, well, I guess that answers that question.
Yeah, you are not alone. Even ghosts have to pee sometimes.
Maybe even ghosts have to pee sometimes. That's definitely not true.
Benji's taking his phone out of the microwave and leaving. I'm going down to my office to see if he fucked with anything.
We should use trash talk from now until the Jared situation is resolved.
Is that code for using Cosmo to communicate?
Yes.
That is, yes, that is code for Cosmo telepathy.
I can go look in the bathroom.
There's no one in there now. Well, no one that you can see or detect.
Did ghosts leave invisible pee? Or only real hydrated ones?
You just have coffee.
I think it's like if you're going invisible, if you set something down, it doesn't go invisible after you set it down.
I suppose.
Not that different.
All right, so checking to see whether Jared messed with anything in your office. Give me a wits plus investigation.
Good luck, Benji.
Well, I'm witty, at least. 2.
Okay. Someone has definitely been inspecting the motorcycle and looking through the papers.
So what papers?
Just like service, what are they called? Service,
like
service
the
orders.
owner's manual,
Work
stuff
orders.
like that.
Yeah, work orders, owner's manual, just various, whatever you have in your office that looks like documentation of some kind.
Okay. Yeah.
Jared just
I guess
assumes that
what I
you
would
write
have
things down, right?
is I would have the motorcycle official documentation and then all of the paperwork surrounding like the different pieces of stuff that I've bought,
Yeah.
like for the different projects that I've been working on.
Right.
But also I should note that there's a lot more paperwork in here than other people can't see too.
That's true. And it's that doesn't appear to have been disturbed.
Okay. All right. Well, on the one hand, I'm glad I didn't have anything in here that's terribly incriminating. On the other hand, I would be curious too if I ran across something like this, I guess. But I kind of assume he's been in my apartment too at this point then. And I have a motorcycle in there too, so it's not that weird, thank goodness.
It is weird, just not for you.
Oh, exactly.
And granted, the motorcycle is pretty, like, not just, I mean, it's a space motorcycle. I mean, it was designed to, like, deal with hard vacuum, high electricity, high radiation environments. So I'm sure it doesn't.
That's true.
Completely normal.
It is a pretty weird motorcycle.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about that part.
Yep.
If he were my conviction touchstone, I think I would start leaving notes around about how no one likes him and they're all out to get him just to make him a little paranoid.
Well, the first thing that came to my mind was, what could I leave in here that would give him the wrong impression?
Exactly, yeah.
Maybe he'll want to test drive your motorcycle down the wormhole.
Yeah, good idea.
Let's just flush everybody who we don't like down the wormhole. I'm a fan of this idea.
That's plan A at this point for me.
Make a big neon sign in front of it that says the fun zone with an arrow going that way.
Free donuts for Kanunga Gap employees through here.
The fun zone. Free donuts.
First one down the
Gotta
tunnel
see
gets a
what all
$10
this is about.
Starbucks gift card.
All right.
Everyone can use one of those.
So then I guess the only plan that I have then, because Tamsin seems to be getting kind of desperate, is to do an emergency session of what I do during the week to try and finish it off in the weekend here.
The Jared detector.
Yeah. I would very much like to work on something else next week if I could do it too. So that was one of the reasons why I was trying to make a deal with the fucking shoulder demons.
Yep, I know. All right, so we'll give you
this one though, right?
a -2 penalty because of the rushed work, but you can attempt the Jared detector on the weekend.
Anyone who wants to help, jump in.
All right. So can you remind me on the roll for this, please?
Int plus science or int plus occult?
Sorry.
If she's bait, is it a different roll?
Yeah, we could do that. Presence plus persuasion or expression. Or socialize even, we probably get away with.
What was the attribute you said? It got cut off.
Presence.
Presence
Yep.
plus persuasion. If I stand there just like licking a gun, can I roll firearms instead?
I don't think firearms is going to cut it. Do you have other social skills that would be applicable? Socialize and expression would also be fine. Or even subterfuge to some extent.
It kind of shows that my strongest stats are athletics or firearms. What if I just did push-ups the whole time? He indicated that he was a fan of a toned physique.
How far are you willing to go with this?
If it gets me 2 more dice, we'll see.
Okay.
Flex.
All right, you want to do athletics? I'll give you athletics, but it's going to come with a price. I'm just saying.
Let's make things interesting. I'm
Sexy push-ups. Oh boy. time.
How many did you get?
One.
All right. Anybody else helping?
I will definitely help if there's anything that I can do.
Same. I know I was helping with the angel gun. I don't remember if I was helping with this before. If so, sure.
Yeah, I think it's just still intelligence plus either science or occult is the most common rule.
Yeah, if you don't have anything else to do this weekend, I appreciate the help.
I just can't think of a way that I could actually help with this.
Well, you did assist us with it last time using the hanging out around the building and like taking readings from the front desk or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that then.
Like plug into the security system and do it that way.
Okay. Would that be like, could I roll wits plus investigation?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Again, -2 penalty because we're crunched for time.
Okay. Nothing.
Okay. All right, Noel.
All right.
Looks like it's all you.
All right, here it comes. Adding willpower, -2. 4.
All right, that is enough. We only needed 2 more.
Yay.
All right.
We now have a Jared detector.
You now have a means of detecting Jared.
Is this and the wall thing, or just
No, this is just the detection. You haven't figured out how to block anything yet. Just find out whether he's around or not. It's kind of like this dermal patch thing that prickles when you when he's close, when he's within 40 yards or so.
Your spidey sense starts tingling.
Yeah. Feel creeped out.
All right. That's pretty helpful.
Yep.
Do we have enough for everybody?
Yeah.
I get one for Abby too.
Aw.
we can't actually see him, we just know he's around.
Correct.
Which can be very valuable,
Yes.
Mhm.
especially if you'd like to shower.
I should remind everybody that they probably shouldn't let him know that we know that he's around.
Well, he might have been in your office while you were distributing them.
Well, no, because I put mine on first.
Got it. Good.
Mhm. Well, the thing you learn very, very quickly as you go your separate ways in the afternoon, evening, and so on, is that he basically stays close to Tamsin unless he has something that absolutely needs to be done elsewhere. So you have a creepy feeling on your skin all the time, pretty much.
Oh man, I am never gonna shower again, am I?
The good news is it doesn't seem like he can jump into a car because when the car moves, he does not. So if you are driving away for the gym, you're fine.
Shower at the gym.
Yeah, if you shower at the gym, you're okay.
Well, in terms of workout, I was thinking like a long ski and then coming back,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily going to the gym.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, fortunately, you have a gym membership where you can use the shower until I figure out the
That's
other
true.
part.
I'll maybe stop for some weightlifting afterwards.
All right.
See?
Uh,
Yep. I was showing how I'm skiing in August.
If you wanted to
Wow.
dissuade him, you could. Is there any way that you could like sleep as a puddle,
probably
like as a liquid, or
I could start sleeping in a bucket, do this Odo style. I'm okay with this.
I just
Or
Yeah.
maybe we could just get I don't know, find a cookie tin in a FU shape.
The problem is that I don't think he as much as he has been commenting upon your physical appearance, I don't think that's what he's interested in. I don't think it matters. I think he's still going to watch you.
could be.
I'm gonna make popsicles out of
Yeah.
you.
But I might as well make it
Pour you into ice cube
Less.
trays and put you in the freezer
maybe.
just so he can suck on you.
Oh, God.
Just trying to figure out how to make liquids gross and scary and creepy, but yeah, it's mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Plug the bathtub, sleep in there.
At least he didn't say bathe in you. Because that would be
Wow.
worse.
That's more than a little horrifying.
Yeah, I think my character is now going to be scared of hot tubs for the rest of her life.
Right. Okay. So I guess that's Saturday.
Yep.
You got your unofficial official Cosmo is a service animal paperwork.
Yes.
You paid for the expedited approval so that we can work on the weekends.
Nice.
Yeah. Totally not a scam.
Perfect. Well, if there's one thing I've learned from working in a corporation, it's that if you have paperwork, no one looks at it that carefully. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
It has embossing on it, like an embossed seal.
It certainly looks legitimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some fancy handwriting.
Kind of broke up there a bit after the
Ye old
some fancy. All right. Okay. So did you sleep in a puddle?
I might try it just to see what happened.
Yeah.
I
You
probably
wake
would
up being
maybe
poured
make a pillow barrier.
back and forth between containers.
I do not consent to this.
Okay.
It's fascinating.
You're being measured.
Just about everything is fascinating.
Mhm.
Know your measurements to the ounce. And I don't mean
Well,
weight.
I find tigers at the zoo fascinating, but I firmly believe they fall under a look, don't touch category.
I can understand that. But you're not a tiger.
Get you there.
And he disappears.
Only from view.
Only review. Definitely still getting the creepy meter going on.
All right.
definitely an incentive to go work out on a regular basis, right? I mean,
I mean,
he's
yeah,
basically a personal trainer that forces you to get out of bed and go do exercise because fuck if you want to be around him.
he definitely is inspiring.
Yep.
I bet he can't keep
Dun
up.
dun 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 dun. Oh, speaking of Eye of the Tiger.
You look for a second like you were playing your own drinking game with us.
I may have poured myself a little heavier than I probably should have. It was unintentional, but not ridiculously so. All right.
I'm just going to
Great.
text Benji that we need to keep him out.
So Eric, I was having a little trouble understanding whether Lefty and Righty were telling me that what I was trying to do in the shutting people out was impossible, or what I was trying to do as in making myself
exception.
still, yeah. Because I figured programming the apartment complex to do the former would be not difficult.
It would be significantly less difficult. The level of control that you're describing it's going to be like this isn't like a situation where normal home. If you think about a project of this type as a home improvement project, this isn't something where you can just build the deck and then later put a roof over it. If you set it up so that the walls are opaque, cannot be passed by other means, and then you later want to make an exception for one person, you basically have to do the whole project all over from scratch, and it's a completely different set of parameters.
Okay, all right. So I still do feel like
you could create something that would block everyone.
Okay.
But leaving yourself an exception would require you to suffer.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I actually prefer to create the complication for in doing it. I was just making sure that I wasn't like embarking on a project that wasn't going to be really feasible to do.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else Sunday, or shall we do the week's events?
Let's do the week's events.
Yeah.
All right.
The faster we get a Jared barrier.
A Jerrier.
A Jerrier.
I do front desk.
All right. Front desk. For...
So helping with both Angel Gun and Jared Walls, or one?
I think I can only do one at a time. And I think the Jared thing is probably, well, it's my current aspiration. I want to see if I can get it done.
Sure. All right.
So Jared
But-
walls are going to be the
Okay.
focus.
Say it again.
Jared walls will be the focus in week 4.
Yeah.
All right. You know the drill.
Do I think this is going to be like easier, harder, as hard as the Jared detector? I'm trying to
It would be
get an impression about
roughly
how...
as difficult as the Jared detector.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing, but
that's why I was trying to cheat.
yeah, I know. You still could.
I mean, it would be much more difficult to comply with the request than to actually just put the work in.
Yeah.
Did you want me to help with intelligence in science or wits in science?
It's intelligence and science.
Okay. I'll spend my willpower post roll for 2 successes.
Ooh.
Okay, here goes. Wish me luck.
Mhm.
Rolled a single 10 all night. Oh, there's some 10s.
10s have
Oh.
basically been my only successes.
Okay, this is already a really good roll. 9.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Okay, I'm just gonna give it to you.
Holy shit.
All right. So the good news is that the walls are now impenetrable to Jared, and you haven't had a chance to test it on any other like similar types of beings, but it doesn't seem to affect your your teleportation doesn't work anymore. You can't teleport through windows and such if they're in the premises of the condo.
All right. Well, double-edged sword, but
Mhm.
I'm going to I'm actually going to give Tamsin the task of writing up a memo to our superiors about our defenses, that we've managed to secure the building after the break-in last week, and that we shouldn't have any problems anymore on that front.
I am going to write that memo. I'm also going to add that as a security
Precaution.
no, I'm just debating if this will work. It probably won't work, but it's worth a try. That, yes, as a security precaution in light of recent activity that has hurt the security of the building, we are also requiring all visitors to check in at the front desk, whether they are here on business or personal reasons.
You are totally within your rights to do that. They have way weirder rules than that.
They do.
But I want to make it clear that the all people means all Ganunga Gap employees, no matter where they are on the food chain.
We love to see your smiling faces. Please check in with our smiling faces.
Steve's smiling face. Can't wait for that conversation.
You're welcome, Steve. It
You know,
wasn't-
you know who I really can't wait is when some bigwig shows up and it's the raccoon at the desk.
You know, I forgot about that point, but maybe they'll give me Abby back then.
Again,
You
the first
grade.
job I do at the front desk is just giving Abby job security.
It's pretty much the I'm baking on it.
All right.
Oh, can I add anybody found in violation of this policy will be submitted to, is there a disciplinary branch of the gun.
Oh God.
Yes, I realize I'm using like a nuclear bomb to try and swat a fly here, but it's a really pesky fly.
That's a good
I'm so done
question.
with it. This
Who has oversight powers?
Yes, more specifically, who's Jared's boss?
Jared's the hierarchical node. So yeah, like theoretically, he is in charge. But well, in practice, he's in charge.
Who watches the watcher? That's all I'm asking.
I'm going to say that arbitration is in charge of these sorts of things.
Okay.
No, let's look at HOA,
Which one?
the homeowners association.
The Homeowners Association. All right.
Who's in charge of the homeowners association?
Oh man, now you're making me looking up the org chart.
Well, I'm just trying to remember
Yeah.
if the answer is we haven't had anybody or any interaction with this, then that's fine. I don't care what their name is.
But
I'm
if
just-
we already know, then we can try and pit titans against each other and see what
The
happens.
association has not yet had a lich been defined.
Okay,
right.
that's fine. I just wanted to tie it to some other memory if we knew who that was.
So you guys should probably know then that Steve spends most of the week giving people coming and going from and to the building a hard time.
Are you having fun doing it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's a
Well, then you're
blast.
welcome.
Making people answer riddles.
What would you say your
Wow.
purpose for visiting this this building is? I don't know if that's good enough.
No, you're the thing.
I'm just
Jared has-
picturing like Steve as bridge troll.
Yep.
Jared has
Answer
definitely
me, these
decided
riddles
that
three.
this rule does not actually apply to him, but the fact that he keeps on getting picked out, like detected, it's not like you can touch him or do anything or force him, but like, you know,
Can't go
it's
through the
pretty
walls.
clear. Yeah, he can't go through the walls, and so he basically has to wait until he can ghost behind someone who goes through a door.
Hmm.
Ghost or something. There's a word for it. Piggyback.
Oh shit! I wonder if we could lock him in an apartment that wasn't his. I suppose you'd have to have a lock that like locks from the outside.
Well, you are the maintenance guy. You could arrange this.
And if he does, he shouldn't have been violating the policy. He's undermining his own employee.
Wow. Okay. That's
If so, I'm just going to point this out. If we have material that he can't pass through, but we make it like just a couple little holes in it, Rachel can still get out because she can turn into liquid and fit through a pinprick. But
Yeah, that unfortunately that's not how it works.
that's not how it works.
No.
No.
well, it even messes with his going through windows and shit, which is bullshit. But you know how it goes.
It's arcane physics. It's not regular physics.
Yeah.
No. Pooey. So the liquid doesn't work like that.
Well, unless we can do it to recognize me.
Yeah, and the whole problem thing is if I tried to do it so that we can bypass it, but other people can't, then all of a sudden it becomes a completely
Doesn't work.
Yeah. It's a
well.
much more complicated puzzle.
It could work. It's just it would require me to sacrifice somebody to the machine god, and I mean, it's not like I'm not willing to do that. It's just it'd be really hard, and I've got enough on my plate.
Yep. That
Go
would be a
catch a
lot of work.
teleporter and give him to an evil god. And for me, it's like, oh man, catching a teleporter is just too hard.
Uh-oh, he's turning green again.
Oh,
Ecto Eric.
It's not easy, is it? Being green.
I think is I don't see myself as green. It's all external perception.
For a moment there,
I
I
don't
went colorblind.
feel green.
I don't feel green.
Anyway, I'm going to be a bureaucrat, and I am going to log each violation of the
Each
policy,
violation.
and I will submit it to the homeowners association.
I'm telling.
Yes, I am telling.
It's too bad you're getting notes on this from me. Because that probably isn't always helpful.
Well, if they say like kicked raccoon, well, actually that I might forward, but if they were just like snippy to raccoon, then I'm probably not forwarding those.
Well, I'm sure that the raccoon definitely isn't taking bribes or refusing people entry based on whether they bribe him to come in or not.
I'm
Not a thing he's doing. He's a very
Probably
honorable
not.
raccoon.
Poor raccoon.
Why does everybody at the apartment complex carry cat food now?
He really likes cat food. It's always moist, so he doesn't have to wash it.
All right, so how many of you have Jared as a conviction? I know Tamsin does. Anyone else?
Not me.
Okay.
No.
So go ahead and get your minor instability staved off because, oh my gosh, you have definitely messed with your conviction test. You have ruined his day, even though you also made his day a couple times first. Okay, so other things going on.
You know
I'm
how
also.
great
Sorry.
I'm gonna take a bath in my own apartment.
Nice.
Take time to deep condition too. Ha.
A well-earned bath.
Yes.
I am going to spend a chunk of this week trying to continue my blog work on the mass grave. That is definitely the work of Gene's comedian alter ego.
Can I try to give him pointers about like who to try to get interested in his conspiracy theory bullshit online?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, go
In
for
fact,
it.
I'd ask. And you'd probably also hear Cosmo giving me advice too.
Most of it terrible.
What do you want me to roll? Can it be intelligence plus subterfuge?
I think it's I'd say intelligence plus subterfuge works well enough. You're talking about identifying the right places to get the most hits.
Can I use my specialty in subterfuge and unlikely story?
Oh God, yes. Wow.
That's just a really good specialty.
It is.
Oh, okay. I only got 2. I had a lot of dice for that.
Okay. Do you want me to roll again, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had, of course, a few dice.
And adding 2 dice. Hoping I get more than 1 this time.
That'd be
Even
nice.
though my dice hate me tonight. I got more than 1, I got 2.
Okay, well, that's something.
It is.
All right. So,
Steve is not
Saul-
meant to be it. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. At some point, Charlie contacts you, and again, sort of down low. Let's meet somewhere where we're probably not going to be surveilled too extensively. And he tells you that. Okay.
We have a creeper. Hold on.
Okay.
Are you coming to say goodnight? Okay, why are you just standing there? Okay, well, it's 8 o'clock. You should be saying goodnight. Sorry, I felt a presence over my shoulder.
Yeah. So anyway, so Charlie discloses to you that a piece.
I don't know why we're whispering at you.
Oh, children.
Make it over. Yeah, you will. Happy sleeping. So brush your hair. Focus on that. Okay.
Good night, Madeline.
Hi, Madeline.
Hey, Madeline.
Good heavens.
What?
It's just like I know William has grown a lot in like the last 9 months that we've been in quarantine, and it's clear that she has too. So.
Yeah, she's like looking like a preteen more and more. It's
I
really-
know, it's kind of horrifying.
Anyway, I'll let you continue with Saul.
The way it goes. Anyway, so yeah, so Charlie discloses to you that he's taken to investigating this whole mass grave cover-up thing more personally, and that he's been getting some threatening phone calls. He doesn't know who knows that he's looking into this. He's talked to a couple of journalists who seemed really interested, but their stories just haven't ever gotten into newspapers. They've been spiked.
Like main news kind of
Yep, all the main news sources seem to be just not willing to risk their reputations to post, potentially, what's the word? Libelous content about about Yanunga Gap or anybody else. Mass graves just not a believable thing in this world somehow.
In the
Wait till
world
you read
around
my
us, really?
articles.
That kind of stuff just never happens.
No, never. And his boss has basically took him into the office at the end of the week and said, in no uncertain terms, there are just some things you just don't want to know about, and this seems like one of them. So he says that there was one article two articles that have been posted about this on this sort of conspiracy website that has been pretty popular. But it's anonymous, so it's not like you can really prove whether they have an actual source. So it's a little bit of a dead end, but I'm still digging into it, and hopefully I'll get a big break soon.
Well, if the company starts giving you more crap, let me know so we can try and give you a little help or protection.
Dude, give him a picture of Dunk.
Also, this guy's a jerk.
Watch out for this guy.
Right.
It probably helps the police that we know who put the people through wood chipper.
Isn't that below Dunk's pay grade, or is that right at Dunk's pay grade?
That is exactly Dump's pay grade.
Yeah, the wood
I don't know.
chipper.
He's usually the one renting the wood chippers, and then other people have to actually do the bodies.
Okay,
Yeah.
Overseeing
But-
putting people through wood chippers
Right.
is just as bad as doing it.
Yeah,
It is arguably worse. But,
Yeah. it makes you actual Hitler instead of just Hitler's soldiers.
Just following orders, still not a defense.
Nope.
Nope.
Not for a while.
Just doing my job, also not a defense. If your job is feeding people through wood chippers.
But think of the hungry wood chippers, Eric. What is going to be done about them if nobody feeds them? Have you no heart, man?
You guys are horrifying. I'm just saying.
If it wasn't eating those people, it would probably eat something that was important.
I think he's ignoring us.
Not really, I'm just
With a good
updating
reason.
my day. All right, so my understanding also, Sol, is that you were planning on doing some more research into, not Garcon, what's his name?
Yeah, figuring that
Francois.
getting info of whatever kind in regards to Francois and his backups and the mechanism of is probably best done there. I was waiting for the work week for that.
Okay, we're on work week for that. So go ahead and do intelligence plus investigation +2 because you're part of the node.
The condition I think we got a while ago, that devoted influence, it says cash in for 2 resources. So it's basically used to like spend for stuff. It probably wouldn't work to use for this kind of thing.
It's in a very official capacity. That's if you can, if you're basically calling upon the resources of the conspiracy.
So probably not for this. Okay.
It's risky to do it for this.
You said what investigation?
Intelligence plus investigation +2.
We'll roll some willpower here.
Yeah. I guess when you are passing through like a week at a stretch, willpower expenditures are not super important.
Yeah.
That's true. I should have.
Or really,
Willpower becomes a lot
like
more
lethal
powerful
damage is,
when-
yeah,
I get 1.
1 success. Okay.
Though it's clearly also not helping us a ton either.
No, except for that time that I rolled 9 successes.
That was
Yeah.
ridiculous. So
Ooh, I hear typing.
Yeah.
So you've determined that your just purely investigation is not going to cut it. You're going to need to do something more radical. something that's outside of your area of expertise, your area of your comfort zone. You're talking about something that is like either hacking into it, so getting into computers, or you'll basically have to use a different skill next time in order to get past where you are right now.
Great, good. I have this thing where I really like doing or attempting things I'm not good at.
I know you do, and you're kind of enjoy it a little too much, even when it could get you just caught.
It's the right amount. It's just the right amount until I up my scar.
Then it would be too much of the right amount.
No, then I'll do too much, but then it would be the right amount.
Hey, just remember your buddy Benji has the capability to hack if he uses his special brain tricks. You've seen him do it before.
Yeah, we'll see.
Solomon's like, I got this. It's fine.
Saul's like, I'm addicted to doing this, so
Put me in, coach. Put me in.
time to make some bad decisions.
Okay, well, that was that. We already did our weekly whatnot, didn't we?
Yep, that was the week. Were there? Urchel.
Yeah.
Let's do your thing real quick.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Adventures in real estate. Presence plus persuasion.
You should definitely spend your minions on this.
I could spend my minions on this.
Might as well. We're getting relatively close to the end.
Yeah,
Unless you
I'm
can think
gonna
of something
spend my
better to do.
minions on this. All right.
Say Dominions.
Well, I guess they would be my minions. My Ganunga.
You got minions.
All right, so that gives me 2 successes automatically on that. And I'm sorry, you said, you know what, it was 4 dice, I want to say. Some presence plus persuasion or social plus persuasion.
Yes, presence plus persuasion.
All of my socials are the same.
Yeah, well.
Social plus.
All right, woohoo. 1, 2,
8, 9, 10.
sorry. Between fairies, roll again.
10s.
Or double.
No, they're real again.
Thank you. Okay. So 2 for my minions, 2 for me.
Okay.
Sorry, between this old world of darkness and
Yeah, I hear you.
Exalted.
yeah, it's just like each one, they're so close, but each one is ever so slightly different.
Yep.
And I rolled just as horribly in all of them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you roll this because I probably shouldn't be. So we actually forgot to roll for you last week. So do you want to?
Are you sure?
We're on week 4, and this is I somehow don't have any notes for week 1.
Okay.
So you
I
roll
thought-
1 primary die with 1 die, and then for week 4 you roll 2 dice. For your primary. Yeah, it's not a
Okay.
huge number of dice. Your dice are probably going to roll better than mine just did, so just want you to.
Okay, some of that got lost in static. Could you tell me when I'm rolling again?
You're just rolling a flat 1 die for week 3 and a flat 2 dice for week 2. For week 4.
Okay. I flat. All right. The 1 die for this week is a failure.
Okay.
It's a 4.
All right. And then next week, or this current week.
2 2s.
Okay. Well, wait a second. All right. People are not signing up for this right now. But it could just be, you know, new everything's. You kind of change your marketing strategy, and but you've laid some more groundwork for better things in the future.
So I guess my marketing plan of, so you're going to die eventually, why not die here, isn't winning over anybody?
Not as much as you'd like. I mean, you've got to polish it up. I mean,
Okay.
maybe you could go to Jared for help. I'm sure he might be able to add some helper dice to this, but that is sort of his shtick, right?
Possibly, but I'm pretty sure I would also be more successful in like vomiting over the campaign.
I understand.
All right, gonna have to figure something else, or else Mama's gonna have to buy some persuasion.
It's
Or
funny how
It might be kind of good. You've been rolling a lot of persuasion, both
I should.
for evil and for justice.
All right. Note to self: buy persuasion.
right.
What if I tried crying? Would they maybe sign up then?
Crying. I think that works more in like courtrooms than it does in, you know, marketing.
Okay. What if I bring a raccoon? I steal your. Can I borrow your raccoon to implant the idea of moving in?
You also, if you'll recall, you have a cat.
I do have a cat too.
You
I
do.
have a cat and I have a raccoon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't have a raccoon, but
You could mark it as like super crazy pet friendly.
ooh, there we go. Pet friendly. I can that I can sell that both ways. Pet friendly plus
Mhm.
Gunungangap has a source of mutant animals if they need that.
I think the cat
So-
would work better for that than Cosmo.
Probably.
All right, all of you roll me a wits plus composure.
I'm sorry, what plus composure?
Wits plus composure. Two, okay.
Having two of my mental stats at 5 is
Oh gosh.
causes me to roll some very silly things sometimes. I definitely
eight.
got. What's that?
It's 8, right?
8's enough, yeah.
Yes.
With 10s being rerolled.
I definitely got 5 successes.
Uno.
Okay. All of you who got at least one notice that it seems like there's been a lot more pigeons than usual around here, around
Hold on.
St. Gardens.
I didn't realize I was part of that.
Oh, sorry,
Someone
I
was
said everyone.
Yeah. It was wits and what?
composure.
Composure.
Wits and composure. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
That's the normal perception roll for this game.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, perception roll. So like hypervigilance would play into effect?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So that gives me 8 again, I think. Yeah. All right. Well,
Oh,
there goes the
man.
cat, I guess.
You rolled a 4 and you lost the cat.
Well, that doesn't count. It was on the floor and it lost me a cat. Boy, that was a lot of low rolls. 2.
Okay. So those of you who rolled at least one success, notice that there seem to be a lot of pigeons lately, like just like a flock of pigeons that's just been really spending a lot of time at Serendipitous Gardens, and not just like picking up food or whatever, but like hanging out by windows of the building quite a bit. You also notice that there's an owl that has been very active during the day, which is a little odd, doing similar sorts of things.
I'm
Benji,
guessing
with
I
your
get the paranoid or whatever condition.
yeah, I think you could get that if you wanted.
But it actually, I think, is specific to if I succeed on that success or on that roll.
Okay, yeah, that's
I would have to dig into the book, but I have a memory of that.
you have the paranoia scar.
No,
You're
for
just talking about the-
hypervigilance, the merit. Maybe it's only on exceptional success.
Yeah, it's exceptional. Yeah, you're
Okay.
you're thinking of an exceptional success.
Okay.
You're safe.
Yeah, if you achieve an
It's
exceptional
suspicious,
success,
but I'm not
you get the
paranoid.
spook condition. Yeah, you're suspicious but not paranoid. Okay, so Benji, the thing that you notice is it's the same, like 100 pigeons. Like the markings don't change from one appearance to the other, and they are moving in as though they can't. They never like separate by more than a few yards at a time. So it's really weird the degree to which they're just like they're one organism.
Okay. This is definitely like something weird. It's not like somebody that like, you know, has a pigeon that has like brought its friends. It's like a swarm of pigeons that has its like own intelligence or something.
Correct.
Maybe it's one of the escaped deviants.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either
Well,
they kill animals or they can turn into them, or I don't know.
Or we accidentally made a whole bunch of pigeon manticores.
I think that's a possibility, but
Since you're shooting that down, I'm guessing that's a no.
So one time when they come close to the front door, Steve is gonna give them the visitor spiel about like, do you have a reason to be here? You know, what's your name and that kind of stuff.
okay. They don't respond other than to kind of scatter a little bit, but not too much, just enough to get away from you.
Oh, okay.
And again, they spend a lot of time looking at windows.
I'm going to make a sign that says pigeon guy / lady. Do you want to talk? And there's like a box for yes and a box for no. And I'm gonna go put it on the roof.
Okay.
The lady from Mary Poppins.
And
The whole-
I'm just gonna leave it for a day and then come back.
You're gonna wake up in the morning and the whole sign is going to be covered in poop.
It is.
At least spell yes or no.
It's hard to tell.
Maybe she's shitting on that idea.
Kind
You
of
could
seems
argue.
like it.
It's a good try though.
So that night, this is now Friday evening, something sort of strange happens. There seems to be a really localized blackout coming down the street towards Serendipitous Gardens. Basically, all of the street lights, all of the traffic lights, all of the headlights, any sources of light just don't function within that area, and it's moving towards Serendipitous Gardens.
How do we
You
notice
said
this?
headlights on car.
It's something that Steve notices out the window from reception.
All right. I think we
So it's using written like headlights and things that are separate, like cars.
Correct.
So it's like someone coming down the street.
It's like someone walking down the street that's causing everything to go black within like, I don't know, dozens of yards.
All right. Well, I'm definitely coming to reception.
Time to test the defenses
Think we should turn the lights off?
and make them think they're already here.
No, nobody's home.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work so well.
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't think we should give this guy a visitor badge though.
It does. Okay.
What do we do?
Defend ourselves?
I don't know. Are they somebody that's gonna? Well, I suppose we just talk to them and see what they want.
Hey, Benji, if we lock the door, is it fully secure?
I mean, yeah. I mean, they could probably like blow a hole in the door or whatever, but they wouldn't be able to get through like with any kind of, I don't know, weird powers or anything.
Eric, if I look at the window, is there an actual person who is coming this way?
No, you
As
can't
a
tell.
backup?
It's just
No.
dark.
Okay.
It's just this globe of absolute darkness.
Hmm.
It's coming in the general direction of Serendipitous Gardens.
Hmm.
I am.
Let's go meet them outside so that if we need to run, we've got somewhere to go.
Just in case things happen, we might want to be outside.
Yeah.
Mostly because of me.
Yeah, I was gonna say get your thing ready, but I didn't want you to jump the gun, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, there's no such thing as getting it ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
We'll come.
So you go into the darkness.
So just to be clear, I'm gonna turn off the cameras
Okay.
if I can. I'm not even sure I can, but whatever I can do to make it so that this doesn't get recorded in any way. You guys leave your phones in here.
Should we bring weapons?
Yeah, but leave your phones in here.
Okay.
I have to go all the way up to my apartment.
All right.
How long do we have before it's here? Like, do we have time to go to our apartments and get something and come back?
Yeah.
You can see
Okay.
it. It's
We'll do that.
I'm not comfortable with just shooting in the wide open darkness.
Yeah.
I am
this is-
comfortable shooting the darkness.
I mean, it's not like a busy street, and honestly,
It may not be dark.
attacking the darkness. It may not be. It's not like super busy, but there's clearly people around. A lot of people are starting to shy away from this because it's an unnatural fucking phenomenon, and that's worrying.
Yeah.
How
So
many of them are turned to hunters to come bash it for us?
none really. I mean, this is the world in which Vigil exists, but Reckoning does not. So it's a different animal. You don't get cool powers just by seeing the supernatural. It's just a matter of whether you decide to attack.
If it work really hard for you, cool powers.
It does take a long time to get cool powers. You have to, work for conspiracy. Quite literally. Although they capitalize it in Hunter, they don't capitalize it in Deviant. Anyway. So you're
Well-
getting guns and white flags?
What?
White flags.
I'm,
Okay.
okay, you're not even attempting diplomacy, you're just trying to.
Give up.
I don't want to start shooting before we know. I just,
Mhm.
I guess I'm going to bring mine down in its carrying case to be prepared, but to not look overly aggressive.
All
I can
right.
be down with just having the rifle in its case on my back.
Yep.
A little more casual.
Yeah, me
You
too.
guys are
I'm
funny.
just casually firing it in the air every now and then.
Is
Just to
Colorado
make
an open carry state?
I had this here extra
Totally not.
ammunition that was going to expire, so I had to just shoot it.
I don't know. It's your universe, Eric, does it?
Laws don't apply to deviants.
Must if used by August 28th or whatever, so it's due to be shot. Also,
All right.
Now we have to narrow down to is Denver an open carry city? Denver generally prohibits the open carry of firearms. Certain people are forbidden from carrying a gun anywhere. Well, yeah, that's a thing.
Well, I mean, if it's in the case, I'm not open carrying it.
Yes,
I,
you can turn over.
I have this merit where I have a vice for unnecessary lawbreaking. I carry my gun everywhere.
Yeah, well, and you didn't bother to get a concealment carry.
you're just on a chain around your neck, so it's just like hanging there out in the open.
No,
Mm,
no, it's in my pants.
That sounds dangerous.
I'm not happy to see you. It's just my gun.
Also, it's loaded, and the bullets are going to expire soon.
Okay.
All right, let's have our meeting or encounter, whatever it is.
All right. So the darkness arrives, and it is a thorough darkness. And let's see. If there is something electronic, does it?
Is there a tangibly dark figure anywhere, or just everything goes
It's
out?
just everything goes out.
Okay.
And
I guess
it-
I'll have to shoot everything then.
Like
Just talking.
moonlight doesn't penetrate, or it's just
Nothing.
whatever
It's
light
just
on
pitch
go
black.
out in the area.
it's like the interior of a cave has arrived in the streets of Denver and is walking toward the building. Well, you assume it's walking toward the building, but now it's completely pitch black.
Hey, who's there?
There isn't an answer.
Well, I'm gonna start glowing because that seems like a good idea to
All
start.
right, give me a clash of wills.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
just
this
rolling
was
my
always going to happen.
It was always going to happen.
power stuff.
So it is the magnitude of the variation. Oh, hold on a second. I don't even have one of these yet. Weirdly. Oops, hold on. Too many screens open. It is oops, the variation's magnitude plus acclimation.
There's nothing to do with it. Stat. Uh, 2, unless it's something I can willpower up.
You're welcome to try, but they have exceeded your successes thus far.
Meaning that I'm allowed to spend willpower on it.
Yes.
Yes.
Three.
Okay, you still lose. This darkness is impenetrable. This is what happens when you have relentless variation on Stormcaller. Darkness. You get a +5 bonus. Yeah, it's nasty.
That's
So-
that's not a fun one.
No, it is not.
I hope they
and,
don't blame us for that predicament.
Yeah, it's so at some point you can't really tell. Some time passes and it's very suddenly the darkness ceases. And you notice that just as the darkness leaves, the security cameras, I mean, you had the security cameras off, but they were powered on. They were powered off while the darkness was involved in them. So whatever is going on with the darkness also appears to shut down electronics. And you notice that the darkness is now above you on the side of the building and slowly moving up the side of the building.
Interesting.
Where are you going there?
I guess I'm gonna run inside and say, "Hey, somebody come with me."
Here, I can run up to the roof really fast.
Okay. I'm gonna go up there too. I'm just gonna, do it like a normal person.
Well, I think like a normal person, just really, really fast.
Well,
Oh yeah, you go really fast.
if the darkness is away, I'm guessing I have light beam.
Now you are a glaring, blinding light in the yeah. We're gonna go ahead and do that. And you're having some difficulty getting it to shut off. It's almost like it's so thankful that the darkness is gone that now it really wants to shine.
I'll just keep shining it up towards the darkness, I guess.
Yeah, it's not penetrating the darkness, but you are definitely glowing in a very visible way.
I don't have aura on it, so it's beams.
Hmm.
I don't see a reason to try and shut it off yet, so I'll just keep doing that from the ground level.
Okay.
I just got really good flashlights. Don't you people mind me?
Clearly not. There appears to be some panic in the streets now. There are people. A lot of people are running around. There's a lot of breaking points going on right now because, well, ineffable darkness. Wandering down the street, singing doo-wah diddy, diddy-dum, diddy-do.
Uh-huh.
Except without the singing part.
Without the singing part, yeah.
Well, so we have some dude who can climb a building and is dark. But so what is where I'm at so far.
Yeah, that's why I want to get up to the roof and see if it does anything other than what it's doing.
Eva's going to call out, "Hey, you need to sign in at the front desk."
Maybe if he comes inside.
Hey.
All right. You get, Tamsin, you get to the top of the roof a little bit ahead of anybody else who's trying to get there. And when you get there, there is an owl and that flock of freaking pigeons all over the roof. The darkness hasn't arrived quite yet.
Wonder if my character's ever seen the birds. I'm gonna maybe stay in the doorway to the access point. I don't trust those birds.
Do you want me to come up or what?
Do you guys need help up there, or should we just keep watching from down here?
If you're talking to us through trash talk, yeah, then I would say, I'm not up there yet. Tamsin's really fast.
There's a lot of birds up here.
I don't get a lot of exercise.
A lot of birds up here.
Oh,
Teleport up to the roof.
So yes.
I mean, I could, but
But not really, because everything's impenetrable.
yeah.
Outside.
I mean, I could do it from outside, but
the pigeons swarm you.
what's that?
I said the pigeons are swarming toward you. Yeah,
Rachel?
Me?
they're just like flying all over around your hair and stuff.
Even though I'm in the doorway,
They're certainly look like that's about what they're about to do. They're coming at
I'm
you.
gonna shut the door
Okay.
with me on the inside.
Yeah, they press themselves against the door of the roof and are like flapping their wings a bunch.
Well, I guess I'll come upstairs.
I'm getting attacked by pigeons.
Yeah, all right. I'll come upstairs.
So I get to where Tamsin is, and I say, "Why are they doing that? I don't get it. What's the point?"
I feel like they're attacking us.
The darkness reaches the roof about the time that Benji gets to the rooftop door.
I'm gonna crack open the door a little bit and say, "Are the birds with you?"
There's just a lot of flapping and squawking as the pigeons are swarming around the door, trying to get through.
I yell through the crack, "Hey, call off your birds or whatever, and just talk with us for a minute."
The darkness arrives, and the birds scatter and leave the rooftop. And then the darkness is coming toward you on the roof.
Well, I guess I open the door again.
The kind of the good news is because it's an aura effect, as long as the door is closed, the darkness can't penetrate.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that.
Yeah.
In that case, I close the door.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
can we
still
say that there's a window
pitch
in the
black.
door?
Yeah, there's still a window there and it's pitch black, but it's not making your particular part of the room pitch black.
I scratch my head and I go, "Wow, this thing works better than I thought it would."
Good
I wonder
job.
if this means that like trying to start it on fire with some kind of firepower wouldn't work either.
Let's test it tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're gonna just keep the door shut and see what happens.
Okay.
The window
Do you
to-
guys want me to come up there all the way up?
Yeah,
Or-
sure. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
You
so-
live up here.
Yeah, we're coming up.
I suppose as long as we have eyes on the darkness being outside, we don't have to worry about it trying to get in through the front desk, through the front door.
Okay. At some point,
I'll lock the front door on the way through, though.
out of the darkness, you see a face against the window. There's a woman's face. Benji, give me an intelligence plus composure.
Uh, 4.
Okay. She was a person, you actually recognize her as a resident that you helped once replace the battery in her car when her vehicle, like even a jump start wasn't having any effect. She'd never changed a battery before and didn't have, AAA or anything to replace it. So you gave her a hand with that. Any sense of humanity seems to be just blasted away from her eyes. She looks like a just nothing more than an animal in her eyes, and she's sort of scratching at the door with fingernails that look like they haven't been trimmed since the incident. Scratching at the window, and it's obviously not having any effect as she's just trying to scratch onto this thing.
I'm going to assume that I don't remember her name because that kind of thing isn't important, but I definitely remember what kind of car she drove. So I'm going to say, hey, Subaru, quit it.
She doesn't even respond. She's like I said, she just doesn't seem to have any like. She's been reduced to the mentality of an animal by whatever you did to her, or whatever happened to her. Whatever happened to her.
Oh, okay. So this isn't a my problem so much as a his problem.
Yeah, it's only your problem by association. You're fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
I'm not the main.
I'm
just,
sure that would hold up in court.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, oh, I was gonna be clever, but I can't remember where it is now.
where you're
War crimes tribunal.
Oh.
Even? No. Nuremberg? What?
Nuremberg.
Never mind.
Nuremberg.
It's the moment has
The
passed.
Hague.
Yeah.
Geography, why? Do I have Dunk's phone number?
Yeah.
You don't
Good
have your
access to it.
phone, though.
Crap. All right. I'm gonna go call somebody about this. I'm gonna go run and find my phone.
Okay.
God damn it. She's
Well-
going to fucking call Dunk, isn't she? I say to the other two people who have Dunk as their conviction touchdown.
Having arrived, she's going to call Dunk for what? To fight the darkness? I mean,
Would you rather fight the darkness, or would you rather have Dunk fight the darkness?
Dunk can have firsties.
I'm comfortable fighting her.
But as
I'm
soon
not
as
worried about it.
as soon as we open the door, though, she's gonna we won't be able to see.
Just pop me out there.
Right. Or you guys can back up a little bit, and then we open the door.
Well, she's not going to back up though.
I'm not
Also, the fact that she's up against the window now says that she's within the radius of the darkness. And if you open up the door,
Darkness is going to come inside.
Yes.
Right.
The darkness will attack you instead
the
of
darkness will attack you. Soviet Russia.
the darkness doesn't hurt. It was darkness. You can't see.
You don't know
How
that.
do you know the darkness doesn't hurt?
Yeah.
Because it just
Good.
walked through us. It was dark.
Yeah, I guess.
I couldn't shine it. As I shine light beams all around when I do that.
Hey, Budgie, pop me out there. Let's see what happens.
God damn
But
it!
I
All right.
also I don't need to see to do my thing.
Yeah, but I don't want her to claw your eyes out. I'm okay with her clawing Steve's eyes out.
Thank you.
that's it.
That's all I'm saying.
I didn't need it.
All right, see?
So,
Don't bother trying to reason with her, Steve. It doesn't look like she's capable.
We'll see.
All right, give me a
We'll
minute
see.
to
Give the Steve man a few minutes with her. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Good Lord. All right, I just have to remember what my die pool is for this, but I have to figure out what it's tied to. 1 second. Okay, this is physical, and 3. Okay, here goes. Yeah, you're outside the door.
All right.
Oh shit! No, you're not.
what?
Fuck.
Oh.
I tried. It doesn't
You
work.
can't teleport.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, I'm not opening that door, Steve. Sorry.
I mean, if we know she can't get through the door, you could pop me up from outside.
I just ran up all those stairs.
Are you trying to get yeeted onto the roof from the ground?
Why didn't you use the elevator?
Because I didn't want to wait for the. Oh, that's probably a good idea. All right. Here's what we're gonna do, Steve.
Best point.
I'm
of
gonna
contact
open the
we got.
door. You're gonna run through, and I'm gonna shut it again because all the pigeons are gone now. But you're gonna have to like tackle her away from the door so she doesn't get in. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, I got that.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I go.
All right, you go out. When the door opens, she disappears in the darkness a little bit, and then of course the darkness creeps in pretty bad. And then the door shuts again, and Steve is in the darkness. And
Hold on.
there is. Oh, sure.
If the door is opening, I'm gonna go out too.
Okay.
Saul, God
No.
damn it, Saul.
But I'm just gonna stay by the door, so Steve can push her away. I'll be behind Steve.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grab her. I'm gonna try to grapple her.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna bring up my Stormcaller.
I'm gonna be like, easy, Subaru, easy, because I guess that's her name.
Apparently.
Taupe Subaru.
Bear with me 1 second here. I don't know why I'm having trouble finding this. All right. So you are in the, sorry.
How did we learn that there were 2 ferals?
From Dunk.
Like, because Tamsin was talking to Dunk?
Yep.
Okay. Did Dunk tell her who the ferals were?
No.
Okay. I was just curious.
Nope. But I'm assuming she's one of them, whether they knew it or not.
Yeah. At least we have some idea of what we're looking at, because we wouldn't know what ferals were otherwise.
Yes. I probably would have relayed everything that.
Yeah. We had a conversation about it earlier.
That's right.
The defense is not relevant. You feel some hands around your throat, Steve.
Subaru, that's not gonna work out very well for you.
You're breathless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably necklace and all kinds of like,
He's now wearing a human necklace.
Yes.
So I don't even try to fight when she goes for my neck.
Okay.
I let her squeeze.
She starts trying other things. She starts gouging out your eyes, trying to like
I was
break your
I'll be bringing
teeth.
up my Stormcaller.
Subaru, I'm telling you, that's not gonna work for you.
I mean, it's you know, not that the eyes really matter right now because you can't see anything either anyway, but yeah, very much a, you know, she's fighting a clay doll at this point. I mean, you don't feel pain, you don't need to breathe, and you regenerate pretty daggone fast.
Everything that she can do, yeah.
Yeah, she's not armed and she doesn't have like crazy claws or anything, just normal fingernails. And she starts trying to bite you and like just it would be pretty unpleasant if you weren't you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm
she's
bringing
not
up my Stormcaller once I'm inside the door and can shut it behind me. Or
Okay.
Benji shuts it. Whoever shuts the door.
Oh, I definitely shut it.
Yeah.
And you hear it lock too.
You're on your own, guys. Look.
Okay, I can jump. So you were doing something, Saul?
Well, yeah, once the door is shut, I'm activating my storm caller.
Trying to bring in the thunder.
Yeah.
Have I reached my phone yet?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. I'm calling Dunk.
He answers, but is just like, this is a bad time. No, armor piercing. Those won't do diddly shit against him. Oh, guys, seriously.
We
I'm
found
sorry. What?
we found one of your ferals.
Oh, well, that's good. If you can, like, capture or kill, either way is fine.
All right, can you send?
Gosh, it just shrugged that. Yeah, I gotta go. This thing is she's not going down.
You sound busy. Could you send a cleanup team or something?
I'm already trying to clean up. It's a mess. Oh, you mean to clean up the bodies and stuff? Just get the maintenance guy to do it. I'm sure he can figure it out. I gotta go. Sorry, Tamsin.
All right. Well, apparently more than $20 in worth of coffee gift cards is needed here.
All right. So to activate, because of fluctuating stuff, it's Scar Power Acclamation minus stability. I don't remember if the stat came into play.
Hold on a second, guys.
No worries.
What happened, kids? You sat on something pointy?
Oh my gosh, I was right there, honey. I could have helped you. Come here. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I can't sit anymore.
Aw. Hey, Sam.
I don't know
Poor
what
kid.
is going on out there, but okay.
It sounds painful and exciting.
Yeah. What the heck were we doing?
Is it Scar magnitude and power minus stability, or just magnitude, or I don't remember what.
It's if you're talking about trying to overcome.
I'm trying to activate it.
Well, you're trying to activate. Yeah, it's going to be Scar
Well,
Power.
It's to
I'm sorry,
find out
I'm sorry, Scar Magnitude plus. Oh no, wait. With a level.
what level it activates at, I guess.
Okay.
I should.
It's based on the number of successes, as I recall. Give me 1 second
Correct.
to get up there.
Isn't it a Scarfiness roll to activate it?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
Scar
you don't
Finisher.
roll Scar Power.
Right.
Well, some stat, I guess. Magnitude
Yes.
and stat versus just
Right.
okay minus
Yeah.
stability.
No, instability does not
So
affect
ends
that.
up being 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. 2 more dice for me.
Yeah, the thing is that the thing that messes with the scar resistance is its fluctuation once it's active. That's a scar resistance roll, so that subtracts out the instability damage.
Okay, so I had 2 successes. So at level 2, it will become a level 2 electric environment plus my choice of a moderate tilt. I was going to start with currents for forced speed, 10 movement away from me. They have to make a strength plus athletics roll to overcome the forced movement. They have to use their action to move against the current.
Okay, Steve, that's going to involve you too.
Yep.
So strength plus athletics.
And so a level 2 electric environment, you're going to have -2 to all your action rolls.
So strength plus athletics, does that include the -2?
With -2.
You can't see, but you can definitely push people off roofs.
That's right.
Okay.
I have nothing.
Steve scrapes along the pavement, but he's no longer very close to her. And now she's going to be going for you. She gets as far as touching you a little bit, trying to grab you, but doesn't get a good handle on you this turn.
Well, I would imagine she has to use her action to move in the first place.
She hasn't gotten any closer to you yet.
Oh,
She's reaching. Well, remember you were right behind Steve. Steve has been pushed. She managed not to be pushed, so she's trying to reach you, but you're just a little bit out of reach, which is probably why she wasn't able to get a good grip on you.
okay. Well, I'm guessing my former Clash of Wills for my light still is in effect, or do I re-clash?
Because
I never turned off my beams.
Well, she hasn't turned off her darkness, but again, her darkness never really goes off. Do you want to intensify your beams?
Like the darkness
What?
in her soul?
What did you say?
Did you want to intensify your beams?
I mean, I'll make them their full power. I mean, they're not
Okay.
like Stormfall, but
if you go and you up them to full power, then I will let you roll again.
Yeah. So include the radiation part. So it's they're full bioluminescent glory.
Okay.
Just one.
Okay. It's still not quite enough to burn through the like heavy darkness that surrounds her.
Just remember that if you needed to, you could use your adaptation to make it stronger.
That's true. I don't think that's already at max, I think, though, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Well, yeah. The only difference would be it'd be magnitude 5 instead of 4, so I get an extra die. But then it would turn to an aura, because aura is the only plus.
Maybe that's what it would take. All right, so we don't have a formal initiative going. I could have a formal initiative going. I'm going to give Tamsin a chance. What are you doing, Tamsin?
Well, I guess I'm running back up the stairs again.
You'll get there pretty soon. You'll be there next turn.
Excellent.
Benji, what are you doing?
So I can't really see anything anymore because she's not pressed up against the window.
Correct. You can kind of hear the sounds of the scuffle, though.
Is Saul pressed up against the window?
I'm right.
Yeah, I'd say that he's pressed up against the window.
I'm right outside the door.
Every once in a while, you get a flicker of a finger a little close to his face, like a zombie that's just out of reach.
And you, I guess you can't see all the electricity in the air because.
Nope. Definitely can't. So yeah, my brilliant idea is to open the door and pull Saul in, but I don't think that's going to go how I want it to. So let's do the open the door part first and see if I can stay on my feet.
Yep.
So it's strength plus athletics.
Strength
Yep, minus 2.
athletics, or you get speed 10 backwards.
Okay. Well, I may or may not get pushed down the stairs here. Strength plus athletics minus 2 is only 2 dice for me.
It was 3 for me.
Oh, I succeed. 1 success.
Okay.
Nice.
The door like flies open as soon as you turn the knob a little bit, and
It must open in, I'm guessing.
yeah. And Saul is You can't see anything anymore, but you could feel like electricity in the air pushing you away from him, which you've
Okay.
seen him do before.
Well, I grab him and pull him inside to the other side of me, or to the other side of the door. So hopefully it pushes the door shut.
Okay.
Uh,
Steve, give me one last strength plus athletics.
-2 still?
Minus
Yeah,
2
because the
still.
environment is still there.
Yeah.
Nope again.
All right.
Rolled 2 successes.
You have
On, like,
you
25
have
dice.
rapid healing 5, so you go over the side of the building and
Yep.
fall to your
Yep. That's fine.
screaming death. Give me a quick wits plus composure roll as you fall, though.
the episode where Saul pushes Steve off the top of the
Wait, you said roll wits
Wits
plus
plus composure.
composure?
Mhm.
Okay. Two.
All right. You notice that about, I don't know, a third or half the way up the building, I mean, you don't have a lot of time to look at this. It looks like something has broken a window from the outside into one of the condos. And then you hit pavement and die temporarily.
But
Okay.
you get better.
Well, you weren't really living in the first place, right? You were a zombie.
I'm
Sort of.
gonna let people know the birds are in the building.
That's what we determined.
Yep.
The
The
mechanic aside.
Wait, is it? I'm gonna make sure that I can do that real fast because I am not sure if it is the end of the scene. Is it the end of the scene?
I think we're in a scene.
After being killed, the broken's body can remain inert for as long as his player wishes. Oh no, yeah. So I'm fine.
Okay.
yeah, you can wake up next turn if you want.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let people know that the birds have made their way into the building.
Yep. You do have a bunch of aggravated damage when you do that, though. But of course that'll heal really fast because I think it's the end of the chapter for that power, and we're already 5 minutes later than usual.
Yep.
So we got a late start. The door slams shut when Saul's on the right side of it. Saul, are you going to deactivate your Stormcaller?
No,
Okay.
it's tough to do some of that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Well, actually, Stormcaller's not.
Stormcaller's fine. It's the light that's going to be. Oh, that's a problem.
I know. I'm aware.
But it's not an aura. I did not bump it up to an aura. So it's still like my hand beams or whatever.
Yeah, I'm still saying that for the scar problem, it's got him. Benji, you're getting blinded and irradiated again. Want to shut that? Eventually, you're going to be able to shut that down. But Benji got burned a little bit, as seems to happen to him a lot when he works.
At least it's only bashing damage.
Yeah, it's only bashing.
Yeah,
damage.
I'm not shutting it down when there's like dark demon out there.
Okay, so you're just gonna give Benji horrible sunburn and radiation.
Well,
Maybe
well
Benji's
I'm
back
gonna
up
end
what I
up
said.
running down the stairs at some point
Okay.
here, or getting pushed down the stairs. One of the two.
You're probably tumbling down the stairs.
Yeah, probably.
I told you to back up.
All right.
I wasn't gonna let her kill you. Ah! I
Didn't
fell
even
down the
touch me.
stairs.
I suppose this is what I stumble into.
Yes.
Benji rolled.
Crazy glowing lights flashing everywhere.
Catch me, Tamsin!
Ah!
The weird trust falls of the cohort.
So you want me to just turn into like this thing to fall into? Like your safety net?
I think just catching him would be okay.
Okay, I'll just do that.
You don't have to get all Jared about this.
I don't want to bathe in you.
Ugh.
Yes, I feel like that's not a team building exercise anybody needs to take on.
No, really. Again with the panda.
Did you get her? Him? It?
I had her. I think I got thrown off the roof though by some storms.
You okay?
You don't know how a brain is able to clear its throat, but it definitely is.
So what happened to her? Is she on the ground with you?
No, she's up there.
She's up there
on the
still.
roof.
All right. So I guess we need to figure out how to take her out. Because
In case you didn't hear earlier, the pigeons are in the building. So
wait, the pigeons are in the building?
yeah, that's what I said just a few minutes ago. The pigeons crashed through some windows, it looks like, and they found a way into the building.
This was not covered in my orientation materials.
Either that or a resident has smashed their window and the pigeons have flown in. One of the two. There's a broken window.
All right. Which one?
I was falling to my death, so I didn't get a real great look at the room number from the outside.
You don't usually have the room numbers marked on the outside.
You didn't really know where exactly it was.
Okay. Do you think you could say top half of the building, bottom half of the building, middle part of the building?
Well, just run downstairs and look at the security cameras.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
We're just going to abandon her on the roof?
I'm right there.
Yes.
Saul's dealing with it in a way that only he knows what he's doing.
You got this, man. I believe in you.
Apparently it's Saul's problem now. He pushed me down the stairs and he pushed
Me off the roof.
and he pushed.
I'll just back up.
And secondarily of importance, he pushed Steve off the roof.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we should either move into some kind of initiative thing in order to say what we're doing, or we should stop
Wrap this up.
here and
Yeah,
I think
Do
this
next-
is
deal with further
next week.
next time.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
week after next or whenever.
It's much easier to, like, I don't actually care about like the initiative process itself, but it's much easier to just organize things when,
Yeah, it makes it moves more smoothly.
yeah, it doesn't have to be in rounds necessarily, just, you know,
I'm taking.
can we decide how much bashing damage I have from a combination of
it's
falling
like-
down the stairs and getting irradiated?
Let's call it.
Well, the irradiation, you have to be subject to it for a number of rounds equal to your stamina before
Okay.
it's affecting you.
Okay, so I'm probably not irradiated then.
Yeah, you've taken it, but it hasn't it isn't enough to actually start doing damage.
All right, so just falling down the stairs then.
Yep.
And I caught you.
How much do I take?
Let's just say 2.
Okay. Thank you.
Hmm? All right.
Okay.
Let's see what things happened.
You okay, Eric?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just the colds that never end. So Benji's getting to ask. Well, let me. do this. Okay, so chapter beat for everyone. All right, aspirations. Benji, you definitely got yours. And it's worked like a treat.
It even worked against us once.
Yeah.
It did.
At least, well, that I had to test it eventually.
Steve achieved his, getting Cosmo registered as a service animal, officially, unofficially. Tamsin, I don't know how deep, whether you really made friends with Dunk per se yet, although
I tried.
yeah, the opportunity
You could
just didn't
stop
really
trying.
come. The rest of your cohort would prefer that you stop trying. All right.
It's easier to exploit somebody if, you know, there's a level of trust, just saying.
All right, that's 3 beats apiece. 2 beats remaining in the beat jar.
Three beats a piece, you say?
Yep.
Could you quick refresh me on the cost for? Sorry.
Skills?
Yeah.
Is 2 apiece.
No matter the level?
That's
Correct.
right.
All right, then let's see, we had 3, so that gives us 1, which gives 9 experience to spend. I am going to buy 2 points of persuasion, if that is okay.
Okay. Yep, I'm all right with that. You kind of need that skill.
I am going to be as frickin' persuasive as I can.
Yep.
Spending experience.
Anyone else have experience you want to spend?
Oh, yet.
Stats are 4, right?
Yeah, attributes are 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a point of manipulation.
Okay.
I'm finishing off my animal ken thing so that I have 5 in the specialty.
What's your specialty?
Raccoons.
Of course.
It's 4 regardless of where you're at.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh. Well, I may have reason to up my strength more.
I think I just heard his eyes ka-ching a little bit.
Looking at all your
Yeah.
scar power stuff.
I'm gonna be right back.
Strength is my scar power stat.
Yep.
So it might be pretty helpful to get that. I could get it up 2 points. I have 9 experience at the moment. If that even makes sense to do.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was your response. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just pondering whether.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
No, I'm definitely not. I'm pondering something that's outside of your awareness as characters. Although I suspect it might be hinted at in character. I would say, Mark, that it might not be a bad idea. Hold back enough experience to buy a variation. Call it a
That's
hunch.
why I was holding on to it, because I might be, of the party members, the one to just let this instability go up and get some new scars and stuff.
Yes, not just because of that, but because of plot things that are going on right now. There's a pretty reasonable chance that you're going to take on a nasty instability soon.
I'll just hold on to it.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. There's a couple things I have been pondering on.
Yeah, but even just 1 would be enough. If you don't have to, if you have 9 experience, yeah, go by all means raise your strength if you want.
It's like,
yeah, you
like
might
5
want to hold off a little bit for you.
for a dot of a new variation or something. It's like 5 or something like that.
It's just 4 for whatever the whatever the variation is. It's the same thing. It's scar for variation.
All right.
But
Well,
depending
depending
on what kind of scar you get, you can get a variation that is equal to or less than. Or even entangle multiple of the same scar if you prefer.
Right. It might be something that I up my addiction, which is actually a mental based one. But
yeah, well, it's up to what you want to do. Increasing a variation's magnitude is as simple as getting like medium instability so that one of your scars gets out of control a little bit, and then just keeping it out of control. So yeah, you can increase your addiction to increase your the entangled variations on that. But if you're talking about a new variation, the ways of doing that is you have to get a new scar. And the only ways to get a new scar are to either get a major instability, which you can then just keep your the new scar that comes along with it, or you can either downgrade a major instability or heal the medium instability immediately in order to get a new scar. But the thing is if you don't have any way of spending experiences to get a new variation, that scar is always going to be a persistent scar. If you want something that's controlled or involuntary, you're going to want to have experience ready to spend the experience for the variation immediately, so that you can say, attach it to tribulation or whatever you want to do.
All right. Well, anyway, I've got 5 XP banked yet for whatever.
Okay. And then last thing I guess we have is
so
aspirations.
Before should I'll have to re-look at the stats, but I think it should affect my Stormcaller tilt allotment and stuff. So
I believe you're correct on that. I think it gets you.
It might, because I think there was half and it rounds, so the 3 to 4 may not.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If it's a half, then it probably doesn't do anything because it's only rounded. Okay. So Benji, what are you doing for aspirations next week?
Feels like I should skip me for a second.
Okay. Saul, do you want to do something other than find a way to interrupt Francois' backup?
I think deal with the darkness thingy is nice and pressing, and I care about more.
That seems a little bit more immediate. Steve.
I am going to work on let's see. I guess I want to I'm gonna say have time to make or we're probably going to get to another week next week, right?
We've been going through a week or two every session.
Okay, so I'm going to try to see if I can get a couple of solid blog posts going on my on the mass grave next week.
Yeah. And then Tamsin, still trying to make friends with Dunk, or do you have something else in mind for next week?
No, I'm going to deal with the pigeons in the condo.
Deal with the pigeons. All right. And then, Benji.
I'm gonna be really optimistic and say I want to finish my gun.
All right. All right. All right. Oh, that's our session. Again, I'm Eric Zawadzki. I'm the developer for the Deviant and Renegades line. This is my regular tabletop group in Gaming in Quarantine. You just introduce yourselves real quick.
Jake playing Steve.
Noel playing Benji.
Rachel playing Tamsin.
Mark playing Solomon.
Okay, thank you for watching.